94.9.
From motivationals
to news
to sports and talk.
We'll give you all you need to make the best of your day.
On the Break of Dawn, 32 FM 94.9.
Every day is another chance to do it all over again.
Get the best of starts on the Break of Dawn, 32 FM 94.9.
All right, top of the morning to you, listener out there. It's the 22nd day in the month of November 2021, and it's time for the Break of Dawn newspaper review. Your early morning tonic on this dial, 32 FM 94.9. You can watch us on YouTube live and drop your comments on any of these headlines that resonates with you this morning. I am Chike Ubogo.
Good morning to you, and it's good to be back on the beat. It's 4 minutes past 6. I am Olutayo Ogunade, and I will go straight to the papers. I have the Guardian newspaper, I have Daily Trust newspaper, and Premium Times.
And I have the Punch newspaper, the Nation newspaper, and the Daily Post newspaper this morning. And we shall be joined by Dr. Olu Ojedokun this morning to do justice to some of these headlines on this dial. First headline, front page, Punch newspaper, very bold. 90 ships seized by EFCC, rot away in Lagos. Others, with these riders, no budgetary provision for Navy to maintain seized, forfeited ships. Some of the vessels being managed by third parties pay rent to EFCC. Some damning revelations there. Short-term loans. Others push banks' assets to 58.51 trillion naira. We also have this one here. Federal government rehabilitates 15,000 terrorists, 366 soldiers, policemen killed in 2 years. Okay, we have invading Cameroonian rebels came by boats. Invading Cameroonian rebels came by boats. This coming from the Taraba community. Okay, experts blame 2023 elections for 4.1 trillion naira rise in recurrent expenditure. That's some headline there from the Punch newspaper. Still more headlines. Lagos approves 135 private universities for COVID-19 vaccination. OK's 6,000 naira fee. Oyo predicts influx of investors. Ready's IPP December 2022. OAU students, family demands participation as autopsy holds today. Carry out your normal activities on Monday, Ohaneze tells transporters and others. Family beats ransom to 10 million naira for Jonathan ex-AIDS brother, 7 victims rescued. Okay, 19.3 billion naira saga. Kogi alleges EFCC doing hatchet job, issues 48-hour ultimatum. These are some of the headlines from the Punch newspaper this morning.
Let's go straight to Daily Trust newspaper. 19.3 billion naira bailout. Some governors hired EFCC to discredit Yaya Bello. Kogi governor. NECO finally releases results of Kano students. Lecturer student shot dead as gunmen raid Lagos College of Education. Let's see some more from Daily Trust. Zamfara governorship aspirant gunned down by terrorists. Mother, wife of notorious terrorist trapped as Air Force bombs militants in Sokoto. Travelers abducted in fresh Kaduna attack. Of course, we have some more from Daily Trust newspaper. Nigeria's GDP grows by 4.03% in quarter 3 NBS. Expectations as NPC meets November 22nd. Will allocate more slots to women in my cabinet, Sule. Badaru tasks youth on transparency in governance. Imo indigents in North applaud Uzodima's performance. And Kano beats Southeast in VAT collection. Kano beats Southeast in VAT collection. We'll see some more. Of course, we'll stay tuned.
All right, from the Nation newspaper this morning, bold headline, front page, INEC awaits President's action on Electoral Act as APC governors meet on direct primary. ACF chieftain urges Buhari to sign bill. Nigerians stranded abroad over expired passports. Prosecute illegal varsity operators, Afe Babalola tells NUC. Malami DSS, El Zaki's passports not in our custody. Malami DSS, El Zaki's passports not in our custody. We also have here CBN rule bars BVN operators from opening bank accounts. We will send APC packing in 2023. Who's speaking there? That's the PDP BOT speaking there. We'll ban APC. We'll send APC packing in 2023, says PDP BOT chair. We also have some headlines here which says prosecutes, taking that one, Kogi has facts to disprove EFCC's allegation on 19 billion naira. That's some headline there. And here, lastly, from the Nation newspaper, no more sit at home, says Ohaneze. Doctoral degree for Akande. Some headlines there from the Nation newspaper.
We go to Premium Times. Bailout fund scandal. Kogi government denies ownership of returned 19.3 billion naira. Demands apology from EFCC. My signature was forged to divert 50 million naira. In Ogun Assembly, impeached Deputy Speaker. Insecurity in Nigeria, 68 people killed by non-state actors last week. 20 billion naira bailout scandal. Kogi replies, EFCC says will provide evidence later. WAEC to release SSC results today. It's an exclusive interview there you can find from Premium Times. Timothy Adegoke, why autopsy is delayed. Police. Operation Hardin Kai. MNJTF, Cameroon changed strategies against Boko Haram ISWAP. Sudan's ousted Prime Minister restored to office. IMF tells Nigerian government to remove fuel electricity subsidies early 2022. And COVID-19, Nigeria records no death. 45 infections Saturday. Insecurity, Niger government bans sale of motorcycles. Why I visited Oji Kalu Tinubu. Nigerians are proud of you, PDP tells Jonathan at 64.
All right, some headlines from the Daily Post newspaper this morning. Unknown person smashed call of Almajiri boy run away with his brain in Bauchi. Sad news there. Federal High Court announces dates for new legal year, Yuletide vacation. Buhari has no duty to release Nnamdi Kanu, no need to beg him. That's coming from Nzukondibo. We have here bandits kidnap travelers on Abuja Kaduna Road. Also here, from the EPL, that's the English Premier League football side, Ronaldo shocked at Man U's squad after Solskjaer's sacking. PDP flays Akedolu for neglecting judicial workers in Ondo State. Thousands dump APC for PDP in Benue. Apologize to Governor Otom there. Benue 2023, Akase vows to uphold enforcement of open grazing prohibition law. Benue 2023, Akase vows to uphold enforcement of open grazing prohibition law. We also have here, Third Fund should finance private polytechnics, universities in Nigeria. That's coming from Bishop Wale Oke. There, Davido's 250 million naira group makes case for nothing orphans. Two major fire incidents hit rivers in less than 24 hours. Sudanese military reinstates oust PM Hamdok weeks after coup. 19.3 billion naira salary bailout. Kogi government denies ownership, threatens to sue EFCC. Ishaku to partner federal government to halt Cameroonian soldiers' invasion of Taraba communities. And lastly, from the Premium Times, Army will engage in war against bandits. This coming from the Chief of Army Staff as basic education to get 3% from Consolidated Revenue Fund. That's coming from the federal government.
All right, we'll look at some stories here from The Guardian before we go on our first commercial. Kogi government gives EFCC 48 hours, denies ownership of 19.3 billion naira returned to CBN. Vehicle plows into Wisconsin Christmas parade, 20 injured. Nigeria, Africa account for 2% of global trade as continent infrastructure deficit hits $100 billion. Economy, new borrowing underway as oil production reserves dwindle. Lessons learned as maiden relieves attack on Alex at 10th year memorial. Casualties rise in Taraba communities attacked by Cameroonian soldiers. Yes, we have more. 60% of corruption issues in Nigeria legalized in budget. Finalist governors faced with tricky succession plans. Lagos jittery over fourth wave of COVID-19 laments low vaccination rate. One more, secrecy doubts trail 1 billion barrels oil discovery in North. We'll go on a commercial break. We'll be back.
Dear listeners, you must have seen the trending story of the Nigerian man who bought his first house just 2 years after relocating to Canada. Yes, that's me. I'm Dr. Akinkunmi Akinbade, the principal consultant, A3 Immigrations Incorporated. I am a licensed immigration and education consultant in Canada. I am here to say yes to your Canadian dream, whether as a student, as an immigrant, or as a job seeker. In 2 years, my standard of living has improved tremendously.
The truth is, we are a product of our choices. You can choose to make a move with A3 Immigration today, and you will be glad you did. You can call or chat on WhatsApp with A3 Immigration on 0913 660 1125, 0913 660 1125, or visit www.a3immigration.com. A3 Immigration, Canada, made easy.
Special season. Àwọn kan wà lórílẹ̀‐èdè yìí tó ń kojú nǹkan tá à ń pè ní sweet palava. Ìdààmú dídùn bí Akin tí ń rò bóyá kó òun wọkọ̀ ayọ́kẹ́lẹ́ tuntun òun kalẹ̀ sápá ọ̀tún nínú ọgbà alẹ́ òun. Ìdààmú báyọ̀ ń tiẹ̀ ní bóyá kó òun fi kọ́kọ́rọ́ tẹ̀ ẹ̀rọ amúnáwá tuntun òun tàbí kó òun fi rìmóòtì ìparọ́rọ́ tẹ̀. Bákan náà ni Fúnkẹ́ tí ń sí ẹ̀rọ amómi tuntun rẹ̀ lọ́bọ̀ léraléra. Kí ló lè farú èyí? Glow Joy Unlimited Extravaganza ló tó bẹ́ẹ̀. Tí ìwé náà bá fẹ́ ní ìrírí sweet palava ìdààmú dídùn tirẹ̀ pé *611# kó o sì rìsáàjì iye tó tó ₦500 lọ́sọ̀ọ̀sẹ̀ láti kópa nínú Glow Joy Unlimited Extravaganza yìí. Oríṣiríṣi ẹ̀bùn tó lé ọ̀kẹ́ márùndínlọ́gbọ̀n 500,000 ló wà nílẹ̀ fún jíjẹ láwọn bíi ọkọ̀ ayọ́kẹ́lẹ́ agẹ́rẹ́, ẹ̀rọ amúnáwá, ẹ̀rọ amóhùnmáwòrán, ẹ̀rọ amómitutù àtọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ẹ̀bùn alárinrin mìíràn. Bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí rìsáàjì báyìí kó o lè jẹ̀bùn. Àdéhùn àtàsọtẹ́lẹ̀ wà ṣá o.
Glow Joy Unlimited.
Mommy, my teacher said 90% of my brain will develop by the time I am 5.
Really? What else did she say?
She said I need iron in my food for my brain to grow well.
Oh, very true. And that's why I give you Cerelac Junior every day, which provides half of your daily iron needs.
And Cerelac Junior tastes so good.
Cerelac Junior with Iron Plus. It's all good, Mom.
To all the children of the world, standing tall and trying to grow. You can have it when it's warm, and then sing this song. I love my Indomie, Indomie, Indomie. Yes, I love my Indomie.
Indomie noodles. Tasty nutrition, good for you.
Yes, children love it.
jẹ́ ń sọ fún yín pa Zainabu bó bá ti jí láàárọ̀ yóò kọ́ jẹun tó dáa. Yóò wá gbé pabambarì lé lórí Didion syrup of hemoglobin vitamin B12. Ara ti mókun ọpọlọ ti jí pépé iṣẹ́ yá.
Lẹ́ òjò.
Káàárọ̀ Zainab. Ìdí nù ti fi máa pegedé lẹ́nu iṣẹ́ rẹ̀.
Jọ̀ọ́ bá náwó mú wéhùn.
Àti pàápàá ń bi eré. Didion syrup of hemoglobin ní èròjà vitamin B12 nínú tí yóò mú kọ́pọlọ àtara rẹ̀ ó jí pépé ní ìgbáradì fún àṣeyọrí tí ọ̀lẹ́gbẹ́ ń gbà gbogbo. Mu ṣíbí méjì Didion péré lójoojúmọ́ pẹ̀lú ṣíbí lásán tàbí kọ́ púpọ̀ pẹ̀lú ohun mímu ẹlẹ́rìndòdò tó bá fẹ́ràn. Ọ̀yá gbéra ńlẹ̀ bí akọni pẹ̀lú Didion.
To be healthy, strong and active, I say. Take Didion.
Didion syrup of hemoglobin vitamin B12 agbára tí ń roni lágbára ẹ kàwé pélébé inú rẹ̀.
Customer, abeg, sharp, give me 10 new ozone conditioning hair relaxer.
No be now you come buy some. Abi, you dey chop am?
Na lick I dey lick am. Abeg sell market for me, jare.
Dem no fit follow you play again. Oya take.
Mama Joy! Sit down there. Na ozone scratch and win promo that stylist woman dey do so. Even your neighbor Vicky don win plenty free airtime for the ozone scratch and win promo.
Ozone scratch and win guinea?
Ozone scratch and win promotion.
My bebers, you sef fit win plenty free airtime for the ozone scratch and win promo. Buy any of the new ozone cream relaxer wey get olive oil and shea butter inside white cup with green cap. Scratch the label comot, send wetin you see there to 38353. Fiam, like magic, you go get free airtime sharp. This promo go last as stock dey o. Ozone, cool, very cool. Terms and conditions apply o.
An exciting day at school begins with breakfast plus Peak 456 growing up milk fortified with DHA to support brain development.
Grow up strong and smart with Peak 456 growing up milk every day.
With INT'L Home Broadband device, your home is connected and you all can focus on the important things in life. Enjoy the finer things in life in the INT'L HBB seasonal offer. Visit any certified INT'L shop to get a 4G MiFi at 9,999 Naira plus up to 55 gigabyte bonus data, or router at 19,999 Naira plus up to 160 gigabyte bonus data. Offer valid while stock lasts. Terms and conditions apply.
INT'L, the smartphone network.
Welcome back from the commercial break. 32 FM 94.9 Break It On newspaper review. 20 minutes past 6. And of course, it's time now to delve into the papers and do some analysis. Dr. Jedokun is right here with us in the studio. And do not forget, later on the program, we open the phone lines for you to also join the conversation. 0809 7000 949 and 0705 500949. Do not forget, we're live on YouTube, 32FM 949 Ibadan. I am Olutayo Ogunade. Good morning once again to you.
And I'm Chike Obogo. Doctor, straight to the headlines this morning. But before that, good morning to you, sir.
And of course, top of the day to you.
All right, let's move straight to the Nation newspaper. This headline: Malami DSS, El Zaki's passport not in our custody. With this rider, sect leader, wife seek 4 billion naira compensation. As the Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, and the Director General of the Department of State Services, Yusuf Bichi, have denied seizing the international passport of the leader of the Islamic Movement of Nigeria, Ibrahim El Zaki, and his wife Zina. They also distanced themselves from the couple's claim of being prevented from traveling abroad for another round of medical checks. Malami and Bichi faulted the allegation by El Zaki and his wife that the federal government frustrated their last medical trip to India in 2019. Headline: Malami DSS, El Zaki's passport not in our custody.
Somebody has the passport, somebody somewhere. And it must be someone in authority. I mean, these people were under custody for years, and these people were accosted, arrested by the DSS or indeed by the Nigerian police. So one of them must have it, and I think it's quite appalling that they come in on the public media, on the news media rather, to deny possession of that passport. Somebody has that passport, and they need to find their passport, or on failing that, give them another passport. From that point of view, they've not been denied the opportunity to travel out. The case has been concluded, as far as I'm concerned, except new charges have been brought. And so they have the freedom of movement, and they can go wherever they want. So my view, they should get them a new passport and sort this out, rather than coming on the pages of the newspaper to say they didn't take their passport or seize their passport, whatever the case might be.
Doctor, are you not worried that lately the federal government seem not to be taking responsibility of some things? Instead of them coming out straight, telling you this, they come out from the back door and they give you some stories. For example, look at what happened with the NSAS panel, the judicial panel of inquiry. You know, at first we had a Minister of Information who came out vehemently saying that nobody was killed and all that. And then why not swallow this pride and take responsibility and apologize to Nigerians?
Well, because they're making it up as they go. This absolutely appears to be a failure of governance. And when you make it up as you go, then you're improvising. And I think there's a lot of improvisation going on in this government. And that's what you get when you get ministers that are comfortable, when you get ministers that are hardly changed. There's been one change so far, 2 changes so far. But apart from that, every other person is sitting pretty wherever he is. I think that's part of the problem. So there's failure of imagination, there's lack of vision, and of course, people are comfortable in their own failure.
All right, let's go to Daily Trust newspaper. Kano State collected more money as value-added tax VAT than the entire southeast zone in the first 8 months of 2021. And exclusive data obtained by Daily Trust show records of VAT receipt from Federal Inland Revenue Services seen by Daily Trust indicate that the state collected 24.4 billion naira ahead of the 5 southeastern states with accumulated collection of 20 billion naira. And you have some rider here. Yobe collects higher than Ekiti. Edo orders Abia got 10 times more than it generated. Claim sharing benefits northern states more than south erroneous, and states will bear the brunt of decentralized collection. Experts.
Well, but what I think is happening is that we have to consider the fact that in the southeast, the economies have been hard hit. And they've been hard hit by the stay-at-home and a lot of things to do with the IPOP. That's my view from that point of view. Normally, economic activity there is quite high. The other thing, again, is that if Kano decides, and those states decide not to get rid of the alcohol, beverages, and so on and so forth, they actually have a high tendency in terms of VAT collection. But I'm very surprised about Yobe and some of the other states surpassing 1 or 2 states in the south. The whole idea of VAT is that if you decentralize VAT, or rather VAT becomes a state thing, it's not so much the present collection rate. A lot of states, you understand, will see it as an opportunity to boost their revenues, and it will encourage states, you understand, to increase their revenue base. So I think that's the point. You can't use the figures that we get now, which is mainly being collected by the federal government, as a basis to say whether VAT should be state collected or whether it should be federal. I believe it's state collected. You will see a boost in revenue coming from various states.
All right, this revelation is coming amidst the VAT row between the federal government and some states, and allegations that some states, majorly in the north, benefit more than what they contribute to the central pool.
Yes, well, I think the argument is simplistic if we pursue it in that way. But if we say that a state like Lagos certainly is being shortchanged, I mean, Lagos is the major center of economic activity in Nigeria, and they're certainly being shortchanged. But I think it would be simplistic to say the North as a whole benefit more than the rest of the country in VAT. It's not. I don't think it's necessarily so. I think it's patchy. I think there are some states in the North that benefit more, and there are some states in the South that benefit more. But I think by and large, I think the story there, the headline figure, is that Lagos State, you understand, is shortchanged substantially.
All right, let's go to these headlines straight. And it talks about education. Afe Babala urges NUC security agencies to prosecute operators of illegal varsities. And the founder of Afe Babala University, Chief Afe Babala SAN, has urged the National Universities Commission, NUC, to prosecute operators of unlicensed universities across the country. Buhari Babala, who decried the rising speed of illegal universities with their fraudulent insignia dotting virtually every part of the country, said the NUC should work with security agencies to arrest and prosecute their promoters. Okay, headline: Afebala urges NUC security agencies to prosecute operators of illegal varsities. This should be a very worrisome trend. How can you have illegal universities jeopardizing the future of students?
Well, it depends on what you define as illegal universities. First and foremost, I share some of the concerns of the Leonard Silk. But what I say is that if you have a university and you don't claim to be licensed by the NUC, you don't claim to be licensed by any of the regulators, then of course you can operate it. Do you understand? That's not illegal in itself. It becomes illegal when you say NUC regulated, your courses have been accredited and approved, then we have a problem. And I think that's where the problem lies. But if you're operating a university and you say, well, you don't lay claim to accreditation, then you can operate it. You see, my concern here is that our security forces, their hands are full already, with other matters. And then you bring in the FCC again. Will they be able to cover the whole ambit and the whole remit? That's the point that I raised. Having said that, should we allow criminality to go on because we have insufficient resources? That's another part of the argument. But I'll say that as far as a university doesn't claim to be accredited, then let them continue to do what they want to do, from that point of view. That would be my view anyway.
All right, so let's go to the Guardian newspaper. Doubt secrecy trail 1 billion barrels oil discovery in North.
Well, is that a good news or is it bad news? They say that oil has been the curse.
Just some follow-up, doing some follow-up story,
Yes, but I'm sure to the economy there it must be good news. But the reality of it is that in 30, 40 years' time, oil is going to become a resource that hardly anybody has recourse to. But 40 years is a long time, 30 years is a long time. They will benefit from it. I want a situation where there's fiscal federalism, where they can benefit more from that, and where the country, the states in the southeast benefit more, or south benefit more from this resource. But they must face the reality that oil is a declining resource.
We even need to know the true state of things. The Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Simi Presiva, last year said about 1 billion barrels of crude oil have been discovered in the northeast. Adding that there was need for more exploration to be undertaken, but
the discovery doesn't mean that the barrels are now on. We have access to it.
Okay,
Isn't that the story? It's been discovered, but we've not exploited it yet.
Well, some geologists and an energy expert are equally raising concerns about over the inability or viability or reliability of such a data. 1 billion crude oil reserve in that region.
Yes. Then again, the question is that how much does it cost to extract it? So if the cost of extraction is astronomical, then it becomes uneconomic. But I think there's an agenda here to declare some states, you understand, in the north, oil producing, you understand, so that the whole principle, the 13%, what do we call it, the derivation, you understand, becomes modeled, from that point of view. I think there's that agenda there too.
We have the Niger Delta Development Commission. Are we also going to have the Northeast, Northwest, North Central Development Commission too?
No, some are even clamoring. Some of the northern states are clamoring
to join the
NDDC. Which is a misnomer, but some of them are clamoring to join it.
Now, the criticisms here is not just about prospecting for crude oil, which you spoke about, and they're saying crude oil may be even, maybe unusable in years to come. But we're looking at the secrecy surrounding, the whole handling of the matter.
Yeah. And one wonders why, in a democracy, you conduct government in such a cack-handed manner, and manners which are, all this subterfuge and so on and so forth. There's something going on. We don't know, but there's surely something going on. And I would expect the minister to come openly, be abreast with us, and for the National Assembly, you understand, to do their job, a proper oversight, so we know what is what, at least.
All right, let's move to this story from the Nation newspaper. It says OAU student's body for autopsy today, following the controversy surrounding the death of Timothy Adegoke, a Master of Business Administration student of the Obafemi Awolowo University Ile-Ife. Pathologists will conduct an autopsy on his body today to ascertain how he died. Adegoke died mysteriously at Hilton Hotel and Resort Ile-Ife, and his body was reportedly buried in a shallow grave. The autopsy will be carried out in the presence of lawyers and representatives from families of the suspect and deceased at Osun State University Teaching Hospital, Osogbo, today. And the headline, OAU students' body for autopsy today. Well, so many stories, so many unclaimed facts, and we don't know what to believe at this time. Probably the autopsy will show us some light, will shed some light to this whole issue.
Yes, the autopsy will be very preliminary. What you do when you have suspicion is you get the coroner involved, and it's a sort of court hearing where the coroner determines, you understand, the actual cause of death. So this will contribute towards that. I know there are a lot of suspicions because in Nigeria, we are always rumoring that there's jazz here and there. I'm not sure anybody has ever seen jazz before, but I mean, it's a rumor that people continue to peddle around. So the man may have died of natural causes. We don't know. But what we know is fishy, suspicious. And so, of course, let's see what the coroner says, and let's see whether there's been some shenanigans to do with the disposal and the concealing of the body.
Do you think from the whole story, you've been following the story, do you think the accused this time around might be guilty?
Well, it's too early to talk about their guilt, but I think they have questions to answer. They certainly have questions to answer, questions to be clarified. And I think it's the role of the police to question them, in the presence of their lawyers, their solicitors, and find out answers. Answers which are not satisfactory have been given. So they need to provide more details to back it up. You know, the only reason why they found out that the man stayed in that hotel was because his wife kept receipts. Maybe that's a cautionary tale to many people. But there are many people who are not going to give their wives.
But the suspect also argued that the gentleman made some payment to the account of the receptionist, and saying that, well, that is not coming directly to the company's account.
Well, I understand that is not very unusual in the hotelier business, that sometimes monies are made to private individuals for reservations and for other reasons. And then it depends. I'm sorry to say, but a lot of people that use the hotels, we are not talking about the suspect now, use the hotels for all manner of activities, you understand? Which I'm not going to go into at this stage. So they need privacy, they need confidentiality, and they need subterfuge.
There's this line here, the counsel to the hotel owner, Abiodun Williams, the counsel to Dr. Raymond Adedoyin, disagreed that Timothy Adegoke was killed in the hotel. He said Timothy Adegoke died in his sleep in the hotel. He was not gruesomely murdered, as the family of the deceased claimed. An autopsy will be conducted in the presence of the parties involved.
So was it reported when they found out that he died?
No, it was concealed. There's no doubt about it, the body was concealed. They conducted a burial. That's a criminal offense in itself. But I think they're going for the lesser charge, which will be to conceal and dispose of a body, which is a crime against the criminal code. Murder, of course, is a very serious offense, and I think they're trying to avoid that. But it's a very fanciful tale. Let's see whether the pathologist confirms that the man died in his sleep. It depends, you understand. It depends on the state of the body. It depends on many other things.
And if also the body parts are intact.
Yes, if the body parts are indeed intact and so on and so forth. But we'll see. Lawyers can argue a lot of things. They can even argue that, you understand, there is an early... Well, let me not give them ideas. Let me not give them ideas.
Okay. Let's go to Daily Trust newspaper. Alhaji Sagil Hamidu, an ex-governorship aspirant in Zamfara State, has been shot dead by terrorists. He was killed when terrorists blocked the Kaduna-Abuja highway and opened fire on travelers on Sunday.
Well, that's unfortunate, isn't it? That Kaduna, is it Kaduna-Abuja highway? That's been recurring, the violence there, the kidnapping. And the Nigerian police have been unable to curtail it. Big men now have been affected. And maybe now that big men in quotation marks are affected, maybe they will do something about it. Of course, we commiserate with him. The only reason why it's come to the fore is because of his status, or stature rather. There are many people who have been killed, have been murdered, and nothing has been heard of them. I mean, they've gone beyond a routine. This is becoming unsustainable. And I hope that the federal government, through the police, will find some sort of way to curtail this, so that it's not just the order of the day.
And on that same road yesterday, an unspecified number of travelers were also abducted.
Yes, I saw some of the pictures. A lot of cars abandoned. These people are quite determined, you understand, to continue their business. It's an illicit, illegal, ruinous business, but they are determined to continue it. And it doesn't seem as if the police have an answer. There's a time when they were able to secure that road, but there are large swathes of roads across Nigeria where it becomes unsustainable to travel. And people are wondering, you understand, whether they are not going to extend their reaches beyond the other road network. What are the Nigerian police doing? They're overstretched. That's why we need regional police. We need another outfit that is able to complement the police. We can't continue as we are. We're spending too much in terms of ransom, and of course, there's so much toll on lives going on at the moment.
All right, we have this one before we go on a commercial break. Many Nigerians living abroad who desire to spend the Yuletide in the country with their loved ones are likely going to miss the trip this year. No thanks to the inability to have their expired international passports renewed at the Nigerian missions in their countries of residence. More than 1,000 Nigerians are believed to be stranded in Atlanta, United States because of expired travel documents for their inability to renew their passports. And the headline, many Nigerians stranded abroad over expired passports. This this happens more often than not.
Yes, but not so much around Christmas and so on. So I think it's quite unfortunate. It's appalling that you want to travel and you're not going to be able to get your passport. What's difficult in getting passport documents?
The reason here, it says the shortage of passport booklets and difficulties in obtaining the national identity numbers from the National Identity Management Commission also complicates the plight.
Yes, the NIN is the thing. Yes, the NIN, because if you are not unable to register, then you are not going to be able to get the passport. The booklet is another factor entirely. Yeah. But why do we make life so difficult for Nigerians? These are people that remit hundreds and billions of money into the economy. And we are trying to frustrate them, from that point of view. If the government was far-thinking or far-reaching in their plans, they would have catered for them. And I think it would be rather unfortunate to frustrate them. But surely it mustn't be very difficult it's data collection, isn't it? This NIN. You do your biometrics, they get your data, and it's put into the database. What's so complicated about that?
Is there any plan for Nigerians in diaspora getting their national identification numbers? Do you think the government have these plans?
No, I thought they had set up centers in some parts of the
world.
Yes, I thought so. I might be very wrong, you understand? But if they haven't, then I think it will be a dereliction of duty. And I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to consider those that are in diaspora as second-class citizens. And that shouldn't be the case. It needs to be sorted out. The booklet is not an issue. What's complicated about getting booklets?
You said the booklet is not an issue?
Shouldn't be an issue.
Sometimes you go to the immigration office and you want to renew your passport or you want to get a new passport, and they tell you there are no booklets on ground. And some will tell you leave Ibadan, you go to Delta State, go to Osun State, you might get a passport there, and when you get there, the prices are so exorbitant.
Yes, but also know that some of these things is not that they don't have them, it's because the price is not right. And that's where the government must come in to ensure that if these passports are available, they are given to people at the appropriate uniform price. But I also think that a new policy needs to come about. In England, if you want to get your passport the next day, you get it, but you pay through your nose. It's official. You pay express. So let them have express for those who want to use it now. And for the routine people, you understand, who want to use it in 6 months' time, they can go to the back of the queue with a normal fee. I think if we can regularize those prices, if we can bring in those two tiers, we might be able to solve some of these problems.
All right, Austin Gerald on YouTube. The federal government in the past 6 years has sunk billions of dollars in exploration of oil in the north. Remember, there was a time some professors from Maiduguri were murdered by Boko Haram while on exploration. Definitely. We do remember. All right, we'll go on a commercial break. But before we do, Kingsley Fanwo, Kogi State Commissioner for Information, has alleged that some of the governors interested in the 2023 presidential race are using the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, to discredit Governor Yahaya Bello. We'll be back.
For those wondering if the new Schweppes Zobo tastes as good as they say it does, experience tells us. Try it. Find out for yourself. Introducing new Schweppes Zobo, made with over 200 years of experience.
With INT'L home broadband device, your home is connected and you all can focus on the important things in life. Enjoy the finer things in life in the INT'L HBB seasonal offer. Visit any certified INT'L shop to get a 4G MiFi at 9,999 Naira plus up to 55 gigabyte bonus data, or router at 19,999 Naira plus up to 160 gigabyte bonus data. Offer valid while stock lasts. Terms and conditions apply.
INT'L, the smartphone network.
Your uncle is not supposed to be touching you like that.
I have a lot of uncles. My father has a lot of brothers, and my father's brothers have cousins. I have uncles.
Unwrap all the baggage in Ghana Jollof. Streaming weekly only on Showmax. Subscribe from 1,200 Naira monthly at Showmax.com.
Hello! We believe you're enjoying Titan Farms products like Titan Rice, Yam Flour, Rice Flour, Titan Oil, and others. Oh yes! With Titan Farms, there's always something more. Give your child the best gift by buying any of our lots at Titan Farms Estate, Upperland City, Monia, Idianyure, Regal Gardens, Soka, Cherry Court, Ilaji, and enjoy freebies like 500 blocks, 20 bags of cement, free survey, deed of assignment. That's not all. Here's the big deal. For every land you buy in your child's name at Titan Farms Estate, you can get a loan to sort your child's school fees if need be at no interest for up to 3 months. Yes, you heard me. No interest for 3 months. To enjoy this limited offer, quickly call 0906 007 9714 or visit Titan House opposite Motor Dealer Park, New Garage Road, Ibadan, or check us out on www.titanfarms.org.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
A teacher, a pilot, an astronaut.
Kids have big dreams, but a lack of iron in their diet could affect their brain development. That's why one sachet of Cerelac Junior provides 50% of their daily iron needs to help them learn to their full potential and fulfill their dreams.
A musician, an architect.
Cerelac Junior with Iron Plus. It's all good, Mom.
The next family to perform is the Johnson's family. I'm breaking all limits.
Now me be my left for this world. I turn challenges into opportunities. Now me go be the next this world.
Biovit Vitamin B Complex is an ideal daily supplement for the family. Manufactured with vitamin B1, B2, and B6. Biovit supports development of the infant and helps boost energy for pregnant women. For a healthier and happier family, take Biovit.
Biovit Vitamin B Complex. Strength for active family. Produced by Daily Need Industries. If symptoms persist after 3 days, consult your doctor.
ká tó bá ní ìrìn àjò ó yẹ ká mọrúfẹ́ ẹni tá a fẹ́ bá ní ìrìn àjò torí ká má bàa sọnù ká tó sọnù ìdí sì nìyí tí gbajúgbajà iléeṣẹ́ atọ́nisọ́nà tó mójúlẹ́jà bí agbanisíṣẹ́ ṣe lè pàdé ẹni tí ń wáṣẹ́ pàápàá jùlọ láwọn orílẹ̀-èdè tó wà lókè òkun.
FMH International HR là ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ẹ̀ àwọn ni alábàáṣiṣẹ́pọ̀ pàtàkì pẹ̀lú àjọ oníwádìí ìjìnlẹ̀ àgbáyé tá a mọ̀ sí United Nations Volunteer Research Group.
ní báyìí iléeṣẹ́ FMH International HR ti ṣe ìwádìí tó jinlẹ̀ wọ́n sì ti rí gbogbo ìṣòro lọ́kàn òjọ̀kan èyí tí àwọn ọmọ ilẹ̀ yìí tó fẹ́ lọ ṣiṣẹ́ lókè òkun fojú winá ẹ̀.
ìdí gan sì rèé tí wọ́n fi ń ké sí gbogbo ẹni tí jì sọ́fì àwọn alágbèédá lórí ipa afẹ́ lọ sílùú èbó lọ ṣiṣẹ́ tàbí ìwọ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń gbèrò láti máa gbé tàbí ṣiṣẹ́ lókè òkun lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́.
wọ́n ti ṣetán láti ro ọ lágbára pẹ̀lú information tó nílò láti mú àlàrere rẹ ṣẹ pẹ̀lú ìrọ̀rùn ọ̀fẹ́ ni ìmọ̀ràn àti ètò ìtọ́nisọ́nà yìí o tètè kàn sí FMH International HR báyìí ní 3rd and 9th floors Cocoa House Ìbàdàn.
telephone 081-000-56451 àti 081-155-14779.
ọ̀rẹ́ ọmọbìnrin yẹn ń lo nǹkan kan. ṣó o tún ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. abz làṣírí ibẹ̀ ọṣẹ ìfọyín close-up kún fún antibacterial zinc abz bẹ́ẹ̀ ló ń fúnni ní ààbò tó péye ìlọ́po mẹ́ta àti pé a tún fún eyín ẹ̀ ní ìtura ìlọ́po mẹ́ta ó yàtọ̀ sọ́ṣẹ ìfọyín ṣá.
gbogbo èèyàn ló máa gbélé yìí o.
láìdé ọṣẹ ìfọyín close-up ti tún kún fún antibacterial zinc pẹ̀lú ààbò ìlọ́po mẹ́ta àti ìtura tó péye ìlọ́po mẹ́ta.
Welcome back, 32 FM 94.9, a Breakdown newspaper review. And of course, we took a particular story before we went on that commercial break, and that was on the Kogi State Governor and the EFCC, the 19.3 billion naira bailout.
Yeah, there are fanciful stories around that the money doesn't belong to Kogi State. I don't think EFCC will conjure that amount of money and all of a sudden ascribe it to a state, to any state. I think there's something that needs to be investigated there. Of course, we have immunity, so the governor can be investigated, but he can't be prosecuted. But I think there's more to it. I don't think EFCC is interested in discrediting anybody in particular. I think the guy may have been caught. His hands may have been caught, or someone in the government, anyway, in the cookie jar. But I think EFCC kudos must go to them. They've discovered that amount of money. That money should not be returned to the Kogi State government because I can't trust them. Since they said it's not their money, you understand? Let it go back to the federal coffers and go to states that really need the money. But Kogi State is going to be poorer for that. Because obviously the workers are not being paid the full salary as I've heard, and it's rather unfortunate. I think the best thing to have happened would have been for the state to secretly come to an arrangement with the EFCC and take the money back and pay it to the workers that need it.
Well, they feel that EFCC is being used for some political, political means, just to hammer the governor on this particular bailout.
Yeah, but I don't know who takes the governor that seriously. Maybe a few people, but nobody takes his political ambitions for presidency that seriously. Not even within his own political party. So I think that doesn't fly at all. It's quite clear that money came from Kogi State. As to what it was used for, whether there were some shenanigans, is another matter entirely. And unfortunately, Kogi State has lost that money because the money has gone back to the federal government. And they said it's not their money.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, my name is Adeshu Yamola from Yua.
All right, let's have your thoughts.
Let's just pray for this country that we have a president who will fighting corruption. That's why you see Yabelo displaying other kind of skills. Today, he gives you 24 hours. Tomorrow, a government defeats a former president in this country that he has poultry and organized eggs to the state. And the president in that time discovered this, and the governor was impeached. Honestly, I don't know why Yaya Bello is still in office now. And that's number one. For what happened in Osun State, I know they will cover everything up. My question is, if the man died naturally, who buried the man? Who buried the man? But let's our lesson, whatever. Anyhow, they buried the matter because of influence. I know it will happen. When I was going to the last time, I was also lodged in an hotel. I was so comfortable. In the terms of the receptionist, I was making calls like 10 family members that I'm in this particular hotel now. That is what we should be doing. Right. That's for the best of today.
Thank you, Adeshu, for your call there. Yaya Bello is President Buhari's boy.
Well, they say that he's President Buhari's boy, but I don't think that insulates him, from the EFCC. EFCC is supposed to act independently, and I think they've done so independently. So he may be insulated from prosecution, but not really from the facts.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to everyone.
Good morning. Please turn down the volume on your radio.
With this ugly situation we find ourselves in this country, we are appealing to Mr. President. So please do the needful. We need to restructure this country. With the current structure we have, Nigeria cannot move forward. That is the source of our problem. We are appealing to this present administration under the leadership of President Muhammadu Buhari to please restructure this country before 2023 election. Thank you. Have a nice day.
All right, 0705 5949 and 0809 7949. In case you're first time
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
I did John Olariwaju from Ado.
All right.
On the issue of Governor of Kogi State, Yaya Bello, as far as I'm concerned, like the first caller said, you're not supposed to be impeached because it shows that you have suffered the workers in the state. Bailout to give to the state workers. That bailout, I think, is given to him his first time tenure. And then you just kept it there in the bank since that time. And you have been lying to the workers in the state. A man that can lie like that, a man that can keep the state money in account, and this kind of man wanted to become the president. When you have suffered your people in the state, you now want to come and suffer in Nigeria as well. This kind of person not supposed to even get to a chairman of the local government.
Well, he said he's been begged,
But there are some people. There are some people that visited him, Nance and so on and so forth, and some other characters. You understand? So, I mean, if he says he's been begged, I don't think we can dispute that. But it's the manner and the character of people that are begging him.
He didn't just keep the money in the bank; it's an interest yielding account.
Of course, the plan, was to yield the interest and to use the interest for whatever activities he designed it for, whoever.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Dr. Mark. Dr. Ojedoku, good morning. If you can hear me, I can hear you very well. I want to say something about the Northerners, the Minister of Petroleum giving Nigerians information that they have over 1 billion reserve of crude oil in the north. Let us not forget that when Buhari led administration came into power, they spent so much money trying to explore oil at the Lake Chad Basin. But at the end of the day, it became an empty hole. Let us remember that I am a petroleum reservoir engineer. And if you look at the topography of Nigeria, it's slant, it's like inclined from the north down to the south. Any reserve, any crude oil deposit that anybody is telling us is available in the north is a deceit. It's complete deceit. You can only have solid mineral resources in the north, while the fluid mineral resources have flowed to the south. If anybody wants to deceive Nigerians by telling us we have so deposit of crude oil, they just want to make money from this country's treasury. The truth of the matter is there cannot be petroleum any fluid reservoir, fluid like gas or liquid in deposits cannot be found in the north.
All right, and just to corroborate, I mean, his own submission there, we have something here from the CEO of Nigerian Oil Gas Power Forum, Amey Madaki. He said the announcements by the government on oil and gas discoveries in the north were more political than economic or technical.
Yeah, and that's a suspicion that there's a political agenda to it. And the political agenda, of course, is to designate some states to be oil producing and therefore, having much more share of the national cake. That would be the simplistic analysis.
Hello, good morning. All right, 070550949, 080970949. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, Kaya, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah. Happy New Week. John calling from Ibadan.
All right.
Yaya Bello is gathering money for campaign. That one aside. My brother, oil is everywhere. Every local government has mineral resources. Let us enhance what we have. Nowhere, God did not deny anybody anything. Let's look deep and forget about oil like boho, because it's very easy to collect. Let's look deep. We have everything here. We don't lack anything in this nation. Thank you.
All right, 070550949, 080970949. Doctor, there's this story here. Lautech, Makinde releases 500 million naira for his Seyin campus takeoff. And Governor Shey Makinde has released the sum of 500 million naira as a grant for the takeoff of Ladoke Akintola University of Technology, Ogbomoso and his Seyin campus. The chairman of the governing council of the institution, Professor Deji Omole, made this disclosure on Sunday. Good news, right?
Well, it's good news, and I hope it will be sustained. You see, the problem is not always the start of grant.
So we have a call here.
Okay. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Tayo Chike and Doctor.
Good morning.
I want to ask, Saudi Arabia, Iran, Iraq, are they deserts or what's their nomenclature?
Okay, the line went off from your end there. Doctor, you were reacting. Okay, let's pick this call before you react to the story.
Morning.
Hello, good morning.
Alaja Salam Kande Muzadi from Coca-Cola.
All right.
First, I want to talk about passport. I think, Doctor, everybody in the house, booklet will never be banned because they want the immigration officer our local, as a station, where they use airport, want to make money as those that are the airport and skip on. They believe that's where the gold mine is. And that's why the controller at that center and other officials, they will never make booklet available. So it will be the highest bidder. That was that. On the issue of coming of oil, I think it's a shot. Because now that the whole world, those who sell our oil to Europe and America, they are going from petrol power car to electric cars. we're supposed to look other ways. Agriculture value chain and some other millions of it will be developed.
Thank you. 009-7000-949 0705-5000-949. Hello.
Hello, well done. Good morning.
Good morning.
On the issue of international passport, please, I want to ask a question. Can anybody tell me which institution in Nigeria that is working perfectly? What I mean, which institution in Nigeria that is working perfectly? It's not only passport. It's every institution in Nigeria does not working perfectly. That is why we need to restructure this country. That is the system. This is something is wrong with this system.
All right. Someday we hope.
Hello. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Hello.
This is a lady from Ibadan.
All right.
Is it federalism alone that we should be looking for? Don't they have other mineral resources in the north? Don't we have things that is the gold and other things that you search for? Must you search for petroleum in the north? And do you remember what happened to that professor in Borno? They showed them where they are trying to look for petroleum here and there. So everything outside petroleum, we have other mineral resources. And every state should be proud of every resource that is in the state, not looking for petroleum up and down. And concerning our dear Kogi State governor, to me, I believe the money they gave you, the said is a donor, they don't have to go and fix it. So looking for excuses here and there is FCC. Does not gather anything. So if you just honorably, if he's not resigning, let him run his tenure and let the state have peace. Have a nice day.
All right, have a nice day too. Do we take any other calls? No. Okay, Doctor. Before we leave, just your last thoughts, especially with the release of 500 million to Isayin campus takeover by Makinde. I think it's a good story, right?
Yes, I commented on that. The problem is sustainability. It's a good story, but are they going to be able to sustain it? Do we come 3-4 years now and we find out, you understand, that the funds are not available? You see, the rate at which universities have been established, I have a problem with it because a lot of them are not being well funded. We need research centers, centers of innovation, visionary centers, centers where you go to, you understand, get solutions to problems. We are not getting that. What we're getting, you understand, are getting strikes all over the place and so on and so forth. So yes, good start, but they must sustain it.
Thank you, Dr. Lojedekun, for featuring on the program this morning. My name is Zolu Tayo Gwande. Thank you, dear listener, and have a great Monday. Bye for now.
All right, my name is Chike Ubogo. Have a very positive week ahead. Bye for now.
Ìkànnì Adẹ́rìn-Pòṣónú.
32 FM. The Pioneer Joy Station.
32 FM.
The station admired by other radio stations.
32 FM.
One tagline is never enough. 32 FM 94.9. Filling the world with laughter.
Are you ready? Check 1 2, check 1 2.